Life is good 13. 13 love to y'all. You are creation 13. It's been a while since I made some videos. Been processing a lot of um, downloads and information and just experiences in itself. It's been very interesting, very awesome, challenging, and yeah. But one of the main focuses I've been going through right now is emotions, not just from a human perspective, but just the energy of emotions. I've been really studying a lot lately. Um, because the very foundation of emotions is energy, and it is connected with the elements. Earth, wind, fire, water, and there's other elements as well. I'm gonna make a video about that. But just the basic foundation of those elements are attached to emotions. So, like the fire aspect is the passion aspect. It's that driving aspect of yourself um, that really harnesses a lot of your being. And I'll get more into it. I'm still trying to process how I'm going to make all these videos. But I just kind of want to make just kind of an update. But yeah, I've been really focusing on that and some of the other elements. Also, kind of realizing and discovering, you know, the importance of your being. Uh, cherishing every moment, and cherishing how you represent yourself and how you represent your reality. Because right now, we are beyond the 3D experience that we were experiencing. The old programs are gone. They're literally gone. They don't exist. The only reason why they may exist in your reality is because you're holding on to that aspect of yourself. So it remains there. But as you slowly get rid of it out of your system, it slowly starts to disappear. Because right now, we're in the process of creating our realities every moment now. We have went beyond. We have burst through the wormhole. Now we are going straight into the Milky Way galaxy, the black hole. We are driving through there right now. So everything that we experience now is a creation of our perception, consciousness, and what we are wanting to hold on to in our reality. It's it's trippy. It really is. It's uncanny. Um, and being aware that you're creating your reality right now, you are in charge of your reality. I mean, literally, you have to take responsibility. And if you're more aware of that you are creating your reality, your responsibility um, keeps ranking up there more and more and more. So you're having to take more responsibility not only for yourself and your actions, but for everybody surrounding you. You're literally like taking care of the other consciousness streams that are surrounding your being. Because those consciousness streams are taking care of themselves, so it's your job to help aid them in their experience without distorting their reality, or making sure that you're not the one that is running their reality. You know, you can give them hints and tips, but you never want to run someone's reality. The only way that that may happen is, you know, if you're really close to somebody, like say if you're married or you have family members, you know, you may take more control of that aspect because um, they're more surrounding you and they're part of your reality um, a lot more. Hopefully that makes sense. um, but yeah, it's really learning to take responsibility. And once you become aware of that, you really realize, you know, that the things that you perceive like to do or wanted to do, you can still do this stuff, right? You know, you can still do this stuff, but you know, you have to be aware that you are having to let go of these aspects of yourself. Because as we're transforming, we're learning to let go of um, everything that we held on to, you know, or that we experienced at the time. Because when we experience, uh, okay, hold on. Have some issues. Hold on. There we go. All right. So, you know, becoming more aware of letting things go. And I was gonna make a video separately about it, but I think it makes sense to talk about it now. But I watched this Korean drama called 49 Days. Right. The basic concept of that show was that this girl got in a wreck and she ended up in a coma, but you know her body was half alive, so her soul is still attached to your being. You know, it's just like your soul being. You know, you can go and travel and stuff, but your soul is still attached to this vessel, and it's the same aspect. You know, if someone's in a coma, you are experiencing um, the crossing over path. You know, you are or astral projection, astral travel, so on and so forth. You are experiencing um, both worlds at the same time. So you're able to interact with the spiritual aspect of self and all the beings around there, as well as the physical. And um, the nice twist to this show is that this girl had 49 days. I guess it's actually a Korean tradition. They say that you have 49 days to make things right, right? To maybe fix something, fix unsolved issues before you pass. So then you're clear and you can move on into the next life without holding on to any attachments. And that's one of the main plots of this. So when this girl got the opportunity, because she was visited by he was called scheduler, but it really was a grim reaper. They just call it scheduler. So then they didn't scare the souls, because if they knew it was a grim reaper, they'd be like, oh my gosh. So anyways, so he's known as a scheduler and was helping her on her path. So her main thing was that she needed to get 3 tears. She needed 3 people to cry for her, and fill up her little necklace so then she could um, experience her life again, go back into her body again. And there's a catch to that. But so she was able to, you know, if there's someone she held on to, she could go into their body and use their body while the other person slept, um, which was an interesting aspect itself. But anyways, the main point is she was able to use it ended up being her sister, but she was able to use her sister's body to communicate with everybody, find out unsolved issues, stuff she didn't know about, and try to fix them. But anyways, as the show went on, she was able to get 3 tiers, and she was able to experience her life again. And she was told by the scheduler, the Grim Reaper, that she was still going to die, and she was also had the opportunity to remember her experience as that astral self, everything she did. So she decided to keep her memories and everything, as well as being aware that she was going to die. So basically, she had 1 week to experience life. So she was able to um, fix things, tell her loved ones that she loved her, and then she passed away. And it gave you the unique perspective on how you can view that. When you leave this existence, you really don't know. Um, you really don't know uh, what it truly is like to um, move on. All right, hold on. Computer's having issues here. Huh. Anyways, you don't realize, you know, how much you hold on to your life and your existence. When they showed her pass away, her parents were there, and she told them that she loved them, and that she died instantly. So her family was crying, going, "No, don't leave, don't leave," But she had to move on because when the scheduler, the Grim Reaper, was collecting another soul, that soul didn't want to move on. So these beings in dark cloaks, which, if you're familiar with astral projection or stuff like that, you'll see lots of beings with black cloaks, took her. And because she held on to this reality, she has to go and experience reality again because she didn't learn her lesson and she was still trapped inside her mind and consciousness. So she has to go and experience what she held on to, and maybe in a harsher reality. So, you want to make sure you leave everything behind. If you had to leave this reality right now, at this present moment, could you leave it without any regrets? Could you leave your family? Could you? I mean, you have no choice. You're gonna leave them anyways. It's rather pointless to even hold on to them because once you're gone, you're gone. Unless if you can do something like that show, which is possibility. Everything is possible. Um, but are you willing just to walk away and move on to the next life? And that's something that you're going to be facing here soon, which is important to become aware of this. Um, and also in that show, the Grim Reaper, was also going through something. He had a 5-year contract. It was talking contracts too, because we all have contracts. When we experience something, we have signed a contract of some sort to experience a physical experience, whatever world this may be, like this 3D Earth experience. We sign contracts. And, there's things that are done up in the air of, well, why are we signing contracts? Well, it has to do with your book of life, and I'm going to talk about that too. But anyways, he signed a 5-year contract, and after that 5-year contract was up, um, he was able to go and experience what he wanted because he died as well. And the nice twist to this is that the ghost that was using her sister's body, the sister was actually the scheduler of the Grim Reaper's old girlfriend, because he died and he wasn't able to settle things. Things were unresolved, so he's able to have the opportunity to spend 2 days with her and fix that. And it was very well done at how they did it, and it really showed you that you have to let things go. And that's what we're going through right now, is learning to not hold on to everything. Just enjoy the experience, enjoy the now moment. And you know, there's just there's so much you don't realize on how everything is a program in itself, and how your mind and your consciousness, if you're not in control of it, creates your existence. It creates your existence. Therefore, why we say, that we want to experience a detached from source experience, because that's what we're experiencing right now. So we are creating a past and a future experience because that's what we're perceiving, but we are also being controlled by this to continue it instead of progressing forward, because we're literally trapped in our mind and consciousness. Um, so becoming aware of that as well. I know I'm giving you a lot of information. I'm still trying to process how I'm going to talk about these certain aspects, but yeah, it's really just learning to let things go, and giving yourself the perspective of, if you pass, you're going to see who you've touched in their lives. Who made an impact. How much of an impact did you make on their experience? And did you resolve everything in your experience? Making sure that there is no strings attached or anything of that. So you can freely go into the next life, into the next experience. Because I learned, I don't know how long this video is going. 17-minute mark. I'm gonna make a video about my past life, because I remember a lot of my past life before this incarnation into Earth, and a lot of my experiences, or what I was wanting to experience, carried on into this life. Um, and it's something to become aware of, and it will go into this video, um, because the things that you may not have experienced or want to experience, you choose for yourself in the incarnation that you are in right now. Like this experience right now in this incarnation is allowing me to become more aware of what I want to experience in the next life, because it carries on. Your book of life. You have a book of life that you're writing down in, and you are experiencing all these different aspects. And I'll talk about that as well. So I think I'm going to end this video. Hopefully this doesn't confuse you guys, because I know I talked about some different aspects, but hopefully it gives you a whole new perception on life, and a new way of, cherishing moment by moment, not trying to create anything that can make you have to fix something. um, and that can be hard, but distortions are good too, and I think I'll talk about that again too. But anyways, yeah, just cherish your life, and just think about, if you pass today, would there be any regrets in your existence? Would there be any regrets on what you may have done to others? Because your existence, your very existence, is just an experience. Okay? If you want to experience something and you didn't get to experience in this carnation, you can go and experience in the next. So it doesn't really matter if you don't experience everything now, because you got an infinite life stream. As long as you live by your heart, and your soul, and you stay connected, and to the source, your life is going to continue on. Your book of life will continue to exist. But if you get lost and consumed by the mind and the programs, your existence will vanish and you will be no more. So the goal is to continue to have a soul, continue to have a heart, continue to expand in your creation, and continue to stay connected to the source no matter what. Your book of life will continue on over and over and over again into different existences. So just become aware of that if you haven't experienced something, you can still experience it in another lifetime. So with that being said, if you have questions, let me know. Hopefully this helps you guys think and look at different ways how to view your existence and being. And yeah, so anyways, I'll go ahead and end on that. I love you all very much. Namaste, catch, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. Oh, and fall out of the chair too. Alright. And if I can find the button. Huh. Well, I guess you can just stare at my head because I'm trying to find that. Well, I guess you can walk with me while I try to find the mouse. There we go. Where's the mouse? Oh, there he is. Alright. I love you all very much. Talk to you in a little bit.